This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 36. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone. Many native caciques were also sold into slavery as well. Both represent the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom of Israel. IUIC was a Taino cacique chief of the Hispaniola province of Guajaba, present-day Lago Naive in Haiti. He lived from the late 15th to the early 16th century. One day Chief IUIC and many of his fellow men traveled from present-day Lago Naive, Haiti, by canoe to Cuba to warn the indigenous people that were in Cuba about the Spaniards that were coming to Cuba. In 1511, Diego Velázquez set out from Hispaniola to conquer what is now known as the island of Cuba and subjugate Cuba's indigenous people, the Taino, who had previously been recorded by Christopher Columbus. Velázquez was preceded, however, by IUIC, who fled Hispaniola with a party of 400 in canoes and warned some of the native people of eastern Cuba about what to expect from the Spaniards. Bartolomé de las Casas later attributed the following speech to IUIC, which was addressed against Christianity. He showed the Taino of Cuabana, also known as Cuba, a basket of gold and jewels, saying, "Here is the God the Spaniards worship. For these they fight and kill. For these they persecute us, and that is why we have to throw them into the sea. They tell us, these tyrants, that they adore a God of peace and equality, and yet they usurp our land and make us their slaves. They speak to us of an immortal soul and of their eternal rewards and punishments, and yet they rob our belongings, seduce our women, violate our daughters, incapable of matching us in valor. These cowards cover themselves with iron that are weapons." The Taino chiefs in Cuba did not respond to IUIC's message, and few joined him to fight. IUIC resorted to guerrilla tactics against the Spaniards and was able to confine them for a time. He and his fighters were able to kill at least 8 Spanish soldiers. Eventually, using mastiffs and torturing the native people for information, the Spaniards succeeded in capturing him and enslaving him. On February 2nd, 1512, he was tied to a stake and burned alive at Yara, near present-day city of Bayamo.